So welcome back to another episode of Sailing Learning by Doing. In last week's episode, we hauled out the boat in Madana Bay Marina, Lombok. It was a night haul out, but everything went pretty smoothly. This week, wow, what a busy episode this one is. I do some boat work, get some things fixed and cleaned. We go have a little holiday on Gili Air and see how quiet that place is nowadays. Marie gets a traditional tattoo. And yeah, I get invited to a local funeral. Enjoy. Okay, good morning everyone. Welcome to another episode. Whew, it is so hot here. We're here, Schiehallion is up on the Hard in Madana Bay. And yeah, just been getting stuck in. To be honest, I don't really like filming this sort of stuff. I like filming beautiful things and beautiful people and that sort of, and this to me is just a necessary work. I don't enjoy the process of all the maintenance. I know it's very necessary and I have to do it because it keeps Schiehallion running and all that sort of thing, but I don't find it beautiful and I don't really find any huge satisfaction in it, to be honest. I find the satisfaction using the boat. This is a practical exercise, keeping the boat running. Obviously not going to show you everything because it's pretty boring. Maybe not for a lot of you. I know a lot of you like this sort of stuff, but it's just more boring for me to film it and I'd rather get cracking and just get the work done. I'll give you a bit of an update. So we've taken the sails off, put them out on the grass, scrubbed them, soaped them, scrubbed them, left them in the rain, hung them up in trees to dry, rolled them up. They're going in the boat. I've actually got a new mainsail and boom bag and that arriving next week. Hopefully, they've been shipped from Sri Lanka and they should be getting to Indonesia soon. I've checked the mainsail, the old one that I've showed you in a few videos, and I'm actually going to continue using that for a bit longer because it's actually still in pretty good shape apart from the one big issue I had, and I really thought that would get so much worse this season. But it actually hasn't. It hasn't actually moved at all. So it's a shame to throw this one away. Just I've got a new mainsail, but it's a shame to throw this one away. I think I'm going to do one or two more legs with it, maybe upwind legs where it might get destroyed before I throw it away, and I'll use it till it's really finished. So yeah, it was good to see that. I really went over it quite well now, and it's not damaged and the shape's still good. But so I'll roll that up, pack that away. What else have I done? I've taken the anchor chain off here, just checked it all, make sure there's no rusty links, and then sprayed every 10 meters again, the normal stuff you have to do every season. That was good. Cleaned the anchor well. Just cleaned it all out. It gets rust and mud and stuff in there during the season. We've prepped the rust stuff on the keel. So I haven't showed you that because it's been underwater, but I hit a reef 2.5 years ago in the Solomons, scratched it a bit, cleaned all that out. I've put a conversion agent on it. I'm going to put some primer over it today and then fill it up and fair it so it's all nice and smooth again. Put some more primer and then yeah, anti-foul will go on later. We're prepping the hull. I'll anti-foul when I get back again in April, May maybe. But I'm going to prep it, sand it, get it all ready to go so we can just get back and throw the anti-foul on. Yeah, what else have I done? I've got 10 little jobs going on at once, so it's hard to keep a track of them, but it's put a bunch of stuff inside, cleaning and things like that, and I've put away all the ropes. Basically, I've put little cheap strand rope everywhere, pulled it through and pulled out all of my Dyneema halyards and all the good head sail sheets. I pulled all them out so they're out of the sun for 6 months, and I'll give them a wash and all that. Done all that, took the boom apart because it's single line reefing boom. Took that apart, washed it all out, greased it and everything, make sure because there's sort of sliding things inside the boom. Cleaned all that. While I was checking around the boat, I realised that the Flexofold propeller that I'd installed 3 years ago actually had quite a lot of play in it. So I contacted them and they asked me to ship it back. It was a new product at the time, a composite propeller hub. So I took that off and I'm taking that back to Europe and we'll send it in and get that repaired. As part of the marina here, there's a hotel complex. They do conventions and weddings and stuff as well. So we've got a room there in the hotel and it's air conditioned and all that sort of stuff. And it is so hot here to work. It's obviously we're not on the sea, so there's no breeze, but it's also rainy season now, so it's so humid. And so we get up at 6 and work for 3 hours, then go and have breakfast and and during the middle of the day we don't really work on the boat, it's just too hot. And then in the afternoon we'll come back for a couple more hours work. So I've noticed that about 3/4 of you guys who are watching these videos are not actually subscribed to the channel. It would really help us out if you would just click the subscribe button and also tap the notifications bell. That way you get a message every time we drop a new video. Thanks guys. So after about 10 days of working on the boat, we decided to go over to Gili Air. Gili Air is only a couple of miles away from the marina, so we just zipped over in the dinghy. We'd already spent a bit of time there and really loved it. So we rented a place and went over there for about a week. Yeah, just before we flew back to Europe. And what a crazy experience. I mean, I've never been there before, but you can see from the setup, the infrastructure, that it is a party island, that it is a very, very busy tourist place. And locals have told me that during busy times they have up to 1,000 people landing and leaving the island every day. And that's just not day trippers, that's people staying there. So pretty crazy, pretty big turnover, restaurants everywhere, party spots everywhere. And now, as you can see in these clips, it's just a ghost town. We walked around, we biked around, and it's just crazy. Really, really hit home in a small little place what COVID has done. There's just a few locals there, there's a few expats, Australians and things living there, just looking after their properties. But yeah, there is just zero income on the island now. Pretty sad, but selfishly, I think I prefer it like that, quiet and beautiful and serene, than the, teenage backpacker tourism. I'm a bit old now for that sort of stuff. What's the name of this bar?
Zip bar.
Zip.
Yeah, we call Zip bar. It's the one of the best bar in the world.
And normally how many people here?
A lot, bro. It's many.
Many.
It's very busy here.
Yeah, and people from Australia, from everywhere. Yeah. And now closed, huh?
All closed, bro.
No more tourists.
No more tourists, just terrorists.
That's why you need security, huh?
Yeah.
You're a security guy, you're a big guy.
Security.
You're security.
Security.
But shy of the camera.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Nice.
Look like John Denver.
So you're the only shop open here. What's your story?
My story just making every day. When my friend order again, so I just choose which one she like.
And you're making all this coconut work.
Yeah, but wood's not only coconut we make.
So how many customers you have in the last 6 months?
Oh man, I can calculate maybe 1,000 or maybe only 2.
Somewhere in between.
Fucking of Corona.
How you stay so positive when everything disaster?
Yeah.
Why are you not so angry?
How to say? Just relax.
Just relax.
Wasting the time. When our president say open again the border, so there's happy.
Yeah. And in the meantime, you're just singing all the time.
Singing about Simon and Garfunkel. I'm just a poor boy, but my story's untold. Life's called demands steps. For a pocket full of numbers of promises. All lies and just they remain his, what they want to hear. And they go the rest. When I left my home, my family, I was no more than a boy. In the company of strangers, in the quiet of the railway station, running scary, lying low, seeking out for a quarter. People go looking for the place they will know. Singing, la la la, la la la, la la la, la la.
Beautiful. This was a guy called Frankie that we've talked to a few times. He's like one of the only shops here that are open, and he's just in there making his coconut carvings every day and singing, and super positive guy. But yeah, we were the first 2 customers he had in, I don't know, 4 months or something. And Marie bought some stuff for presents, and yeah, it's actually good to give guys like him money and keep them afloat. But super positive, but really hard. He's a handicraft man and just no customers. So anyway, life on Gili Air 2020. While we were in Gili Air, Marie decided to get a traditional bamboo tattoo. She was there for about 4 or 5 hours, and so they started watching some of the learning by doing videos. Then Chili, the tattoo artist, mentioned that one of the family members recently died and there would be a funeral, and asked if I would want to come and film it. So I said, hell yeah. Nope, this is not your typical barbecue. This is a human corpse getting burned.
Papua. Keliling dunia bro.
That's one of the most asked questions. What do I do at night? People think, do I just anchor in the middle of the ocean, or do I stop somewhere every night?
Biasanya padahal jam 1:20.
Tergantung diki.
Thanks again to all the patrons. Awesome bunch of people you are. Good to see a lot of you have signed up for the group chat. Those of you that haven't, please send me a number and I'll add you right away. See you all again next week. Bye bye now.